everyone, it's Laura for Crafty Not Shifty, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my unboxing of the April 2018 Love From Lizi card kit. So it comes just as you can see on screen here with an embellishment bag and a 12x12 bag, and I'll go through each of these one at a time and show you all of the contents. Before I get into that, I just wanted to tell you about a really important announcement that Lizi made over on her channel, and it's a really big deal for anyone who subscribes to the kits. So if you pay for your subscription and you pay your subscription shipping, you can then, as a VIP, you'll be marked up as a VIP in the store, and anything else that you want to buy and add to your monthly subscription boxes, you don't pay any extra shipping whatsoever. So I'll link to Lizi's video and that explains it in a bit more detail, but now I'm going to jump into the kit. So here we've got the 5 sheets of cardstock. These are, as usual, these are American sized, so if you cut them in half and fold them in half, it makes an A2 sized note card, which is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So the colours that we've got are black, blue, pink, green and yellow. And then here I'll bring in the specialty cardstock, or sorry, rather the 12x12. So there are a couple of sheets of 12x12. This one here has got some larger cut apart, and as you can, they're just really pretty. I think the colours are really lovely and bright, and I don't know about you guys, but that's definitely something that I'm looking forward to at the moment. We've had quite a lot of snow actually here in the UK, so I'm excited for some brighter, sunshiny weather. So here's the next cut apart. As you can see, this one has got some foiling on it, and these ones are slightly smaller as well. So the final sheet here in the 12x12s is actually a full 12x12 sticker sheet, and there are a ton of images in here. They range from larger images to smaller, then there's a whole load of these tiny sentiments, and also that gingham kind of patterned banner along the bottom there. So here we've got the peel-offs. This month they're actually clear peel-offs, so they look kind of white here, but they're actually clear with iridescent glitter. They're going to be really beautiful on the cards, kind of a subtle extra shine, so I'm looking forward to using these. And then here we've got, as usual in the kit, you always get an exclusive Love From Lizi stamp set, and this one is all sentiment, so it's a real staple stamp set, and you can put them together with the bold font at the top for you are, we are, or I am, and then use the words underneath. And there's some really funny kind of different ways that you can mix this up and put these together. So I think that's a really great stamp set. I'm looking forward to getting my sentiments from that one. And then we've got here an embossing folder, if I don't drop it. There we go. So we've got an embossing folder, and this is a nice deep etched embossing folder, and it's a really nice big size as well, so you'll definitely be able to fit the card in there. And I don't know, I might see if I can do maybe some embossing folder techniques with this one. So here we've got the specialty card. This card is half a sheet of US letter size, so it will actually do 2 card fronts if that's how you want to use it, or you could in fact fold these in half and use these as side folding note cards as well. So next I'll bring in the patterned papers for this month's kit. Usually there are 6x6 patterned papers included in the kit, but this month we're trying something different, or rather Lizi's trying something different with 6x8. So I'm really interested to see how everybody uses these. Some of them, it kind of doesn't really matter that it's 6x8, like this pattern on the back here. You can just cut that down to your card panel, and that will work perfectly. For some of those big images, it would be interesting to see how people choose to use those, if they want to cut them down and kind of crop them to fit on a card, or if they decide to make larger cards. Or I've actually seen a few comments from people saying that they want to use these in their journals as well. So there's some really pretty images. This one here, I definitely know I'm going to be using. It's almost a ready-made card. It's beautiful. And the back there as well with the flowers. And this is how these papers tend to go. There tends to be a larger image on one side, or a busier image on one side, and then a plainer image on the other side, which I think is really nice. So it gives you the chance to layer up these papers and to have something more subtle in the background, and then a focal point that really pops. So there are just so many beautiful kind of floral, bright coloured, summery or kind of springtime designs here, and I'm so ready for that. I'm not great in the cold anyway. I don't mind it for a while, it's novel and it's fun, but when it's dark and miserable, it's not great. So I'm excited that the nights are lighter. We haven't actually changed time zones yet here in the UK, so I think I'm right in saying that in the US you guys have, but we're a little bit behind, so we'll be back on the usual time difference shortly. Okay, so this is the last of the patterned papers. Again, it's beautiful just as a standalone image, and then the back of that paper is lovely as well. I think it's going to be quite difficult to decide which sides to use. So now we've got the embellishment bag. This bag is busting at the seams, and you'll see here as I go through and bring everything out and show you everything that's in here, there is so much. So there is some ribbon. There's this kind of brown ribbon here, and then the burlap. The burlap's really nice. I'm looking forward to using that. It's stitched along each side so it won't fray, and I think it's just going to add something really special to your cards. Here we've got the rest of the ribbon. These are the thinner ribbons, and I believe there's actually 4 colours there. I kind of pulled 3 to the front, but I missed the black one, so there's actually 4 different colours there. And then we've got this. This is adorable. So this is a tassel ribbon. I don't think I'm going to be able to use that, it's too cute. I'm going to want to hold on to it and keep it forever. So then we've got the Nouveau drops. I'll double check the name here, and but this is another one of the jewel drops, so they dry slightly translucent, or well, completely translucent I suppose, and they just leave behind a tint of the colour. So here we've got the wooden pieces. We've got 3 different pieces, and there is happy, hello, and also smile, and these will actually fit on a horizontal note card as well. I think these are going to be really interesting with either colouring with markers or maybe dipping them in some embossing powder, which I think is what I'm going to do. So again, looking forward to using those. I think it's actually going to be difficult to stop at 10 cards this month, but we'll see how things go. So there's the sequin mix. This is just a sample size bag. As usual, the full size bags can be purchased at the Love From Lizi site. And just showed there the pack of white envelopes. They're really cute, just to sit on a card and kind of have something poking out, or maybe stick a sentiment inside there that you can pull out. And then we've got those 2 dies, the swallow and the picture frame. And then for these here, I'm actually going to bring this out the bag so you can see. These are adorable. So there's 2 tags, one is square and one's rectangle, and they're all burlap. And then we've got these flowers. So there's 3 in sort of the more natural burlap colour, and then 2 in the, I don't know, I guess kind of bleached burlap colour. But these have, all of those flowers have got this tiny little wooden bead on them, and they're so sweet. So I'll just pop those back into the bag. And then I have one more thing to show you here from this bag, and there is so much in here, so it's unbelievable. So there's all this ephemera, and it coordinates perfectly with all of the patterned papers. You'll see a lot of the images match really well, and they're just smaller versions of images on the patterned papers, but they're beautiful. There's a whole load of different sentiments, some of which are foiled, some of the images are foiled. There's the tag like I've showed you there. There's some pieces that have a white edging, almost as if they've been stamped, coloured and cut out using dies, and there's some pieces that are cut right along the edges. And there are so many of these, I haven't actually counted them all. I have gone ahead and separated everything out into tubs, and I got this idea from actually the Love From Lizi Facebook group. Somebody had shared in there how they store all of the items from the kit when they're working with it, and I just thought that was a really great idea to keep everything neat and organised, because I do tend to lose things on my desk as I'm working, especially when I'm filming, because I'm trying to keep everything under the camera clean. So I'll show you a picture of that just as I've finished. Some of these pieces, they're so beautiful. I mean, this house and this sentiment here, you could just put those together, layer it up on some pattern paper, and that would be your card finished. And they're just so beautiful, especially with the foiling pieces as well. Okay, so that is it for this month's kit. If you want to get your hands on it, then head over to the Love From Lizi store. I'll have a link below. They are selling out extremely quickly, so please do be sure to get your hands on one if you're not already a subscriber. If you want to start a subscription so you can take advantage of adding all the additional items to your box, you will have to start that from next month's kit. And that brings us to the end of today's video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, then please let me know in the comment section below. You can also let me know if you have a creative way to stay organised when you're working with a card kit. I'd love to hear some more ideas. That's all from me. I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.